Welcome back, everybody. It's Wednesday, which means it's time to visit with our friend Michael Babcock from TMZ to get today's scoop on the latest stories. Good morning, Michael. What's up? What's going on?
Good morning. Not much. Just sitting here hanging out in the office. Happy to be with you guys.
Yeah.
Yes, we're glad to see you.
Good to see you.
Yes, so here, let's get right into it. Arnold Schwarzenegger, this has been a huge story. So Arnold Schwarzenegger, aside from being this A-list superstar actor, is probably the most accomplished, most well-known bodybuilder in the history of the sport. And the gym that Arnold has been working out for decades is Gold's Gym in Venice, California. And again, just like Arnold is who he is in the sport of bodybuilding, Gold's Gym is probably the most famous gym in the entire world. So many accomplished athletes and bodybuilders train there. So Arnold, who was 72 years old, wanted to go back to the gym yesterday for the first time. Things are starting to open up in California like they are across the country. And he walks inside Gold's Gym, and he is told that members are not required to wear masks throughout the gym. In certain areas, like common areas, people are required to wear masks, but not when you're actually lifting. So by the weights, when people are, grunting and stuff and trying to, push out these sets, they don't have to wear masks. And Arnold wasn't happy with that. Like I said, he's 72 years old now, and we know that people who are a little bit older tend to be more adversely affected by COVID-19. So he actually, instead of going in, he actually turned around and left. He biked there and he biked away. And look, Arnold has a huge house, and he'll be okay. He'll find a gym to work out. But it'll be interesting to see, now that this story has gotten so much attention, whether Gold tweaks their policy a little bit. They're not breaking the California law. That's the way the rule is written. They're following the guidelines. But it'd be interesting to see if they put additional precautions in place so Arnold and other people feel comfortable lifting at Gold's Gym.
Well, you don't think about this, but when you're weightlifting, obviously you're touching all the weights all the time. And on the machines, they tell you to wipe them down after you use them. But the weights, same thing. Different people are touching them all the time. Right.
It really feels like if there's going to be a place in the gym where people should wear the mats, probably is while they are lifting weights. But we'll see what happens. I understand it's hard to lift, it's hard to breathe with a mask on, and nobody wants to do that, but it's about keeping people safe.
Well, I'm just wondering if Arnold could have just lifted with his mask on. Like, they didn't say you couldn't wear it.
Oh, right.
Because, wearing the mask, they say, is helping at least him not spread it or get it. So I think he may have, I don't know Arnold.
You're saying he could have worn a mask.
He could have worn a mask.
Yeah.
Right, yeah, and I imagine that probably crossed his mind, but at the end of the day, he's got a nice gym at his house, and he can just go over there, and he'll probably wait it out. I'm sure he'll be back. I don't think this is the last we'll ever see of him at this very famous gym.
Yeah, doesn't he have his own gym at his own house?
He'll be back.
Yes, he'll be back.
He'll be back, you're right.
Hey, a couple weeks ago, too, you were talking about Michael Jordan. You have something on Michael Jordan today?
Yeah, a couple things on Michael Jordan today. Well, first of all, remember we talked about that fishing competition. So Michael, he was in 5th place. He was very close to the top of the leaderboard. He ended up finishing in second to last in this competition. So he was doing well when we talked last, and he didn't do so well afterwards. We have another pretty cool memorabilia item. So ESPN had this big ESPN Michael Jordan documentary, and since then, Michael Jordan memorabilia items have exploded in value. Now, there's a Bulls jersey from Michael's last season with the Bulls. It's when they won their 6th championship, and this thing just hit the auction block. And the auction house expects it to sell for $500,000. So a jersey that Michael Jordan literally wore twice for 2 basketball games is going to sell for over $500,000. It's incredible, the value of these items that are associated with Michael Jordan right now.
So who are the people that buy these? Just big fans?
Yeah, well, big fans who are also super rich.
Right.
Exactly.
So it's a very small group of people at the end of the day.
It is.
There's not many people. I did a story the other day about a LeBron James basketball card that's going to sell for $1 million. So the prices are exorbitant. It blows your mind that people would pay so much money for like a 2.5 by 3.5 inch piece of cardboard or a piece of jersey that Michael wore. It's incredible.
I don't have that kind of money.
He's got to be so excited about that documentary because it put him back in the headlines. He's back on top now.
That's a great point. If you ask kids about Michael Jordan, they had never seen him play. Things had changed over the years, and it was either Kobe Bryant or it was LeBron James who was that idol figure for a lot of young kids. But now Michael Jordan's back, and I think people a little bit of the younger generation got a chance to see just how great Michael Jordan was. So you're right. I think it was really great for his career. There was some controversial stuff in there, too, that didn't paint him in the greatest light as far as how he treated his teammates. But I think overall it was a really positive thing for Michael Jordan.
Yeah.
Very good. Very good. Okay.
He's an icon.
Yes, he is. And now let's talk about some hot dog eating contest, which is just disgusting if you ask me.
It is. It's so gross the way they'll eat like 70 hot dogs in minutes. But the Nathan's Hot Dog Competition is a huge deal. It happens every July 4th. In Coney Island, New York, and thousands and thousands of people come out. It's televised, and look, it's coming up in a couple of weeks here. So the people who put on the competition had to make a decision. They didn't want to cancel it. So what they have done is they're going to do like a lot of other sports that have come back. They're going to, and we could argue, we could debate if it's a sport or not, but they've secured a private location, and there's going to be no fans there. All the competitors are going to be tested for COVID-19 before they compete. The officials are going to be wearing masks. It'll be, like I said, no fans in the building. It will be televised, and they are also cutting down the number of competitors by a bunch. There will only be 1/3 of the normal amount of competitors. Normally, you see a bunch of guys and girls on the stage. This year, there will be much fewer, and at the end of the day, we will get to watch the disgusting hot dogs being eaten, being scarfed down people's mouths. And we'll see. The guy, Joey Chestnut, the guy who was really the best competitive eater, I talked to him a little bit ago. He said that he's going for a record this year. He thinks, being out of the hot sun, he thinks he'll be able to secure a new world record. So we will watch.
I was going to ask about him because I know there's a gentleman, I don't know his name, but he wins almost every year.
Yes.
And he's a small guy.
Yeah, so there's a guy named Kobayashi. He doesn't compete anymore. He had a falling out with the major league eating people. There's another guy, Joey Chestnut, he is just as incredible. I'm telling, like 70 plus hot dogs in minutes. It's incredible. It's incredible or the most disgusting thing you've ever seen.
Yes, exactly.
Depends on how you look at it.
Hey, and to think that they actually have to train for this. Think about that.
Yeah, you know what he told? It's the funniest thing. He told me how he trains. He doesn't want to train eating all those hot dogs because then he'll gain a lot of weight, and he doesn't want that. So he trains eating like pounds and pounds of vegetables, and that's how he expands his stomach, which I thought was fascinating. I just imagined him eating a bunch of junk food and hot dogs, but no. He said, "I train eating vegetables."
That's amazing.
A lot of pounds of vegetables, and that's how he gets ready for the competition.
Well, at least that's good. He eats his vegetables. I'm glad to hear that.
So, Michael, we're going to call you after the show because Kelly and I had an idea. If you and me and Kelly all pull our money, we could bid on that Michael Jordan jersey. What do you think?
Yeah.
The three of us.
Yeah. I'm in.
Okay.
I'll go in 2%.
Thank you so much, Michael.
Cut it up.
Okay. Yeah.
Hey, you have a great day out there and stay safe. Good to talk to you.
Thanks so much, guys.
All right. See you next week. All right, don't forget you can catch TMZ weekdays at 5 p.m. right here on Fox and weeknights at 12:30. We love TMZ. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
Yes.
2% only.
What is 2% of $500,000? That's a lot of money, probably.
That's a lot.